Hey friends, I'm Jody. I'm back with another tutorial. Today we are going to be making a necklace that can be worn two ways. So it can be worn as a double strand like short necklace or as a single strand long necklace. So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's definitely a great project if you wanted to do some bead soup little mixture. You'll need a lot of beads because, well, depending on what size beads you end up using. The biggest bead I'm using is a 10 millimeter bead, and there's not very many of those. Most of them are 6 and 4. So we will be making something with that, and I'll go over everything that you're going to need with that. I hope you're having a very blessed Sunday. I just got back from church, and I hadn't been to church for 2 weeks because we had, we were either gone or we had something going on super late the night before, and I needed to sleep. But I feel so much better going to church. It's so true that they tell you that your week seems to go by so much better, and then all the things that have been weighing heavy on your heart all week seem to be answered on that Sunday. So very blessed and thankful to be back. And Lucy's hanging out with me. You can see she's still sporting the cone. She'll have that on till Friday. She's not super happy about it, but I opened her favorite window and washed her little blankets, and it's all nice and fresh for her. And she'll be a happy little kitty again soon. As soon as she gets that cone off her head, she's not happy about it. But it's for her own protection, so she doesn't scratch her ear open and make it yucky again. So, all right, guys, I will get this turned around and we'll get going. Okay, everyone, we have quite a few things here. As you can see, we're going to be using quite a few beads. I'm not sure if this is even going to be enough, but if not, then I will grab more beads. So this was my inspiration, and this is a big bead that Beth Sullivan had made of polymer clay, and it's gorgeous. It has the oranges and some yellows and some greens and this beautiful like shimmery beigey color on there, some gold sparkle in there. Just gorgeous, right? So I want the opportunity to use this, but I'm not going to use it as a bead because it'll be like this and you won't see like the full-on gorgeousness of this bead. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this into a pendant, and we're going to use some leather. I had chose this really pretty light green color, and as you can see, I played off of this. Some of the colors are spot on and match really well. Some of them are a little tiny contrast to some of the colors that are in there. So I wanted to kind of play off all the colors in here, and you'll see there's a lot of different textures. I have some faceted check glass. I have some regular round check glass. I have some gemstones. I have some more check glass over here. And I did pull together some gold spacers and some of these really cute little leafy bead caps. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Let me go ahead and move all this off to the side here just so that we have some room so I can show you some stuff. So I know I've done these several times on here before. Oh, and also you're going to need a toggle. You're going to need 4 crimp tubes, 4 wire guardians, okay? So I cut 2 pieces of bead stringing wire. You can use any color of your choice. Each piece is 34 inches long, and there's 2 of them. I have an extra piece of leather here that I had used prior, or used a portion of it, and now we're going to use this too. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this leather to make a bail on here so that we can hang this from our necklace. So I don't think you'll need a piece this long, but I always give myself a little bit more, and since this was just like a scrap piece, I wasn't feeling bad about using it. But this is 16 inches in length. It's going to be more than enough for what we need. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to start by just putting the leather through the hole, okay? And it's going to end up coming up here like this. And now what you want to use for, like, I don't know, how you want it to lay is totally up to you. By the way, I think you can get more of these from Beth Sullivan. I still have a few left, some smaller ones, some larger ones, but you'll have to reach out to her, and I'll give you her contact information in the notes if you're wanting to purchase some of these really big, beautiful beads. All right, so now you have your 2 pieces of leather in here. Where you going, little girl? What are you doing? You don't want to sit in your little spot anymore? You want to lay up here in the sun? There you go. You can lay right there. Oh, you want the other window. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. She wanted the other window. She's like, you're gonna do what I want you to do, Mom, because you feel bad for me, and I do feel bad for her, poor little thing. All right, so what you're going to do is you want this to make like 3 strands, okay? So you're gonna have like this. And please understand that sometimes I really mess this up. And you're also going to need either a piece of straw or one of your, like a tube bead. And I have my tube beads right here. And if you don't have tube beads, like I said, you can take a drinking straw, cut like about this much off, and use that in place of a tube bead. All right, so now that we have 3 strands, okay, you're going to take your tube bead, you're gonna lay it here in the middle. I think this is usually where I mess it up. You know, you guys, I have done so many of these, but somehow I mess it up the first time every time. So if you mess it up the first time, don't worry about it. And then you're gonna take one of your strands and you're going to wrap it around however many times you want. Keep holding onto those strands, your little, you know, wraps around. Put that other strand through your tube, and you can just pull out your tube and pull on your little strand. And if I did it right, which I don't know, you guys, okay. And sometimes you got to play with the knot a little bit, and you can tighten the knot as you slide it around and figure out where you want it. I want it to kind of hug a little bit close to the bead. So we're going to pull on the one to tighten it. We're going to pull on the one that that shortens it, like this. Okay. And just make sure we get it nice and tight. And you can definitely put some glue on here if you want. I'm not going to worry about it. I think my knot will stay. It's not the most perfect barrel knot I've ever done, but it's going to hold, and it's kind of a cute little knot. I'm okay with it. So, and I want my loop to be somewhat small. I don't want it to be huge, and I'm just going to keep messing with it until I get it exactly how I want it, okay? And you can do that and just keep tightening it down once you move it. Tighten it again. Give it one good tug. There we go. And we have our little knot. All right, so now we can trim off the leather. And again, if you want to glue this, you can put some E6000 on this knot, and and then you can glue it. But I feel pretty confident in that knot, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to cut off my extra leather. Like so. Okay, and now we have that made. And it looks good. So, but I want to turn it this way because I really want these colors to be down below. So now that we have that, we can just go ahead and set him aside. Now you can do your stringing one of 2 ways. So you can either mirror the other strand, which is what I think I kind of want to do, so that I have the same beads next to each other, or you can just do it totally random and not even worry about what's next to each other. So I do want to put the same beads by each other. So I'm going to just go ahead and clamp both these pieces down so that I don't lose my beads. And we're gonna just start stringing here. All right. So let's get some beads. Not sure if you can see all the beads that we're using, but I'm going to leave my spacers up here towards the top and use them as necessary. So we have both strands here, and we're just going to grab and bead. And like I said, I am choosing to just put the same ones on both sides. Choice is up to you, however you want to do it. This is totally your call. And the stringing can take some time depending on the size of the beads you are using. So just remember that it could take a little bit of time. But stringing is probably one of the most relaxing things that I do. I love stringing. So before I left for church this morning, I decided that we haven't had cracked chicken in a while. And I think I've discussed cracked chicken on here before. So cracked chicken is chicken, it is ranch seasoning, cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and bacon. And you shred it up, and you can either eat it on a bun, you can eat it with tortilla chips or on a flour or corn tortilla, or you can, basically you can just eat it by itself and it's so good. Or you can eat it on top of pasta. There's so many different ways you can do it. And that's what we're making for dinner tonight. I have it ready to go in the crock pot. And it's like the super easiest thing to make. And if you've never made it, I can tell you really quick how to make it. Super easy. So you need, depending on your family size. So now, mind you, there's 4 adults in my family who are going to be eating dinner tonight. And usually this makes enough for everyone to have like a couple servings, depending on how we're eating it. Plus it leaves enough for someone to have like a couple lunches out of for the next day or whatever. So, but I have doubled it if I was having like a get together or taking it to a friend's house to like share a meal or something. But for the basic recipe, what you need is about 2 pounds of chicken breasts. You don't have to cut them up. You just leave them whole, clean them up how you want, wash them, whatever you do. And you put those in the bottom of your crock pot. Then you take 2 blocks of cream cheese, and it can be any cream cheese. I personally like the cream cheese from Aldi. First of all, it's about $2 cheaper. And for me, it works exactly the same as name brand. So I use 2 blocks of cream cheese. I use 1 packet of ranch seasoning. You can use the Hidden Valley or you can use the store brand. I too get that from Aldi, and it's like 49 cents versus being like $1 or $1.50 depending on what brand you get. So you just need 1 packet of that. You put your bricks of cream cheese on top of your chicken breasts. You sprinkle the ranch seasoning all over. Then you cook it on low for about 6 hours. Once that's done, you can open up your crock pot and you shred your chicken and stir all the ingredients around that you have in there, and then leave it in your crock pot. It usually calls for about 2 cups of cheddar cheese, but I measured cheese with my heart, and I put how much cheese my heart says we need in the crock pot. And I use a sharp cheddar, and I use a store brand. Typically Aldi. I love Aldi. And then you can also, like in advance, I usually take about 4 pieces of bacon and I chop them up small, fry them up in the frying pan, and let them cool and drain. And then you can add that to your mix. You can omit the bacon if you like. Not everybody likes to eat pork products, so I do understand that. So if you do not want to have the bacon, you definitely do not need to have the bacon. So it's so good. And then you just let that all kind of melt together. And then, like I said, you can serve it on a bun, like a shredded meat sandwich, or you can do it on tortilla chips, which is my favorite. I love it on dip in tortilla chips. Or you can take like a fettuccine pasta or a penne pasta and serve it over that. It's really good. It really is a very versatile food, and my family absolutely loves it. It's so delicious, and they're always so happy when we make it. So I definitely recommend it. It's really good. All right, so let's do some more beads here. Actually, the stringing isn't going too bad. It doesn't seem like it's taking very long. And I think we'll have more than enough beads. I always look at my beads and I'm like, is that gonna be enough? And then I forget that how much space they actually take up on a strand. I've been wanting to use some more of Beth's pieces that I bought and the ones that she had gifted me, and I haven't in a while. So I'm so glad that I am taking the opportunity right now to use some of these really pretty pieces that she has, since I decided to not do any more stuff with a bead box at this moment, that I just wanted to do what we have on hand. That one just got lost forever. Okay, or at least until I sweep. All right, so this is what we have so far, and it's going pretty good so far. And you can see it's going to be very pretty. There's a lot of different colors in here, and even though there's so many different colors, look how nice that looks together. It looks so nice together. So let's just keep on stringing. A lot of the beads that you're seeing here are beads that I got from Bead Box Bargains, the Bargain Bead Box sister store. Everything that they have over there is fantastic. I think there's very few that I got from anywhere else. Like I know these came from Sam's. I know that. I bought those on a live sale. But I think these little cathedral ones came from Sam's too. But all the rest of my beads came from Bead Box Bargains, except for these. I think these were on a strand with something else that came from one of the local craft stores. So yeah, it's a little mixture of everything. So it's definitely stuff that you can make from home, and you can do whatever colors you like. And I'm sure you probably have a big glorious pendant that you can use if you don't have any of Beth's pendants. But if you're wanting to get some of those cute beads, just remember the information for Beth. If you haven't shopped with her, bought any of the cute little things that she makes, all her information will be right in my my show notes. So yeah, just watch for that and you'll be able to get a hold of her. She does such a fantastic job, and I know she was working on some other new stuff. She had sent me a message the other day, and so I'm sure she's going to have some really cute things coming out very soon. But these giant beads are probably one of my favorite things, and she does make them a little bit smaller too, a smaller size. So if you don't want one as big as that one, you don't have to get one that big. This is really such a fun way to really use up some of your beads in your stash too. It's really a fun way to do it. Whoops, lost that one. Okay, no biggie, it's only 3 beads. Sometimes it's kind of hard to be stringing 2 at the same time, but I find like I have an easier time following it if I do string both strands at the same time. That may not make sense for a lot of people, but it works for me. Let's see, let's do this really cute green one here. And again, the colors are up to you. The metal finish that you like is up to you. Everyone can just put their own spin on this really pretty necklace that we're gonna make. Do you guys have anything fun planned for the 4th of July week coming up? I know not everybody is in America, so 4th of July, if you don't know, is our independence. And we usually have, like, you know, big old cookouts and fireworks and all that stuff, just like anyone else would have for, like, their own little countries' holidays and stuff. So it's just a lot of fun, and it gives us the opportunity to hang out with more family and friends and try to get everybody together at the same time, because genuinely everybody's off at the same time. Unless you unfortunately work retail, then you know you end up sometimes having to work on the 4th of July. But hopefully you get out early enough, if you do, to celebrate with your friends and family. We usually do a cookout over at Shane's mom and dad's, but with Shane's dad's chemotherapy right now, we're not sure if he's going to want company, how he's going to be feeling. You know, it's really hard to say. So we're hoping that he's feeling good and that he'll be up for company, but we'll see. I have a couple of those that are stuck together. So hopefully he is. But if not, it's okay. We'll do a cookout here and have, you know, try to see all of our kids and the ones who can at least make it. I know Ashley works some crazy hours with being part of the crisis team where she works, and social work is hard, and it takes a lot out of you. So she even may want to just take a weekend and just say, I'm not doing anything. I mean, she was just here last weekend for her stepbrother's wedding. So there we go. But hopefully if she can, she will. She's got herself such a nice little community there in Mount Pleasant with, you know, some really great friends. And one of her friends from college, who ended up being one of her best friends since she went to college at Central, is getting married next year. She was just proposed to, and they're having the wedding up in Traverse City where she lives. She's a school teacher up there, and so I'm so excited for her. She found a wonderful, an absolutely wonderful partner, and I'm so happy. Lucy is just laying right on the windowsill with the sun shining on her black fur, probably just loving the warmth from it and feeling a little cool breeze coming through the window. We actually have a really nice cool breeze today. Yesterday was really humid where I live, and today it's a lot cooler, and it feels good. Like, I'm gonna open some more windows up and let some of that nice fresh air in, and just sit back and enjoy it. I love it when I can have windows open. It's like my favorite time. And I know sometimes it's like such a short period of time that you can do it before you have to run the heater or the air conditioner. But I do enjoy having my windows open. All right, I think I am going to pause this and I'll do the rest of the stringing. I think you guys get the idea what I'm doing here on my own, and we'll come back and finish off the necklace together and it will then be done. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I finished stringing and we have used a lot of beads. So this is the pile of everything. Don't have a lot of beads left, but we, and I did have to go into my stash and I found these 12 millimeter light green ones, and I thought, you know what? It's not the same as the other ones we used, but this is not one of those kind of necklaces, so we're good. All right, so now let's get out the things that we need to close off the ends here. All right, so we need one of these crimp tubes, and we need a wire guardian, and we're going to end up using jump rings to attach, so it's going to be okay. We're going to just close up both ends here. Here we go. And then this one. Whoops. Come on, get in there. There's a soccer game going on right now outside. Kids playing soccer. I'm about 3 houses away from the soccer park. And so on Sundays, there's usually a ton of kids playing soccer. They have it divided off into a couple fields. So it's actually really nice, like, to go out there and see all the families, like, together and the kids playing. There's times where, like, you know, we've had to yell at cars because people drive way too fast in this neighborhood, and this neighborhood is filled with children and elderly and pets, and one of these days I'm so deathly afraid that someone is going to get hit by a car. And I mean, I know that other neighbors have called the police and told them that they need to take, you know, little drive-throughs in the neighborhood here, and they do, and then that way they can catch people before anything bad happens. So that's good. I mean, I think it's good anyway. Shouldn't be driving like a maniac through a neighborhood. All right, so now we have both sides of that one done. Now let's go ahead and do this one. Not really thrilled about the way those wire guardians are looking. They're looking a little funky. Let me see if I can grab a couple of different ones here. I'll play around with those some other time when I'm not on a video. All right, there we go. Those two look much, much better. We'll just stick those back inside our little container here. Okay, so we got our crimp tube on this one, and let's do our wire guardian. And let's just make sure gravity did what it was supposed to. Yep. Okay, and we don't want to make it, again, we don't want to make it too tight. We don't want the beads like crushed together, but we want them together so that it just looks seamless. So I'm just going to stick it through this crimp tube here, and just a couple of these little beads, or just one maybe. That one is fine. Okay. And then let's go ahead and crimp that one. And then we can trim that off. Okay, we got one entire strand done there. And let's do our last one here. Make sure it's all the way down, and it is. Get our last crimp tube. Put that through there, and one of the beads. Oh, it made it through two beads. That's fine. Not gonna fight it. If it went through two, it went through two. Awesome. All right. So let's get that closed up. All right. Okay, we got that. Now, let's see. So we want we want the same ends together. There we go, Jody. Let's do this the right way. Okay, same ends together. And let's put on this toggle. So we're going to need a few small jump rings. So let me just pull out some jump rings. Oh, not a single small one there. There we go. So we have 4. That's perfect. And let's get our pliers. We're gonna need 2 for this end and 2 for the other. If I can hold on to it. There we go. And then let's close that up. Right. And let's do the next one. The reason why we're doing it this way is because it's just going to work out better for how we want to, if we want to wear it as one long piece or as a double strand shorter piece. It's just going to work out better this way. Plus the little loop is really small and it would be hard to fit 2 wire guardians through that without it catching and being weird. Okay, so next we're going to like just kind of make sure these strands are like together. All right, just like so. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Except for we're doing it this way. We're looping them on here. Okay. There's a method to my madness. You'll see when we're done. If you're new to jewelry making, you can use toggles for so many things. You can use them for earrings. You can use them not like traditional, like hanging them this way. So you can hang something from the bottom. There's so many different things you can do with toggles that when I see them on sale, like at Bargain Bead Box, they'll sell like the plain ones like this, like 6 of them for like 99 cents. I buy a bunch of them because I want them on hand for several different projects, and it may even just be to fasten a necklace or a bracelet in the traditional manner, but it also may be for something different like earrings or, you know, using it in a different way. All right, so now we have this, and what we need to do is we need to attach our little this guy. Plus I want to do some cute little dangles here. So we have some head pins and eye pins. So we're just going to do some little dangles with the beads that we have. And I am going to grab my eye pins because it looks like I did not grab those, which of course you guys know that I don't always grab everything I need. Okay, while I was up, I decided to grab a couple other things. So we have this cute little feather charm that I thought we would use. And I grabbed some chain because I thought maybe we can cut this up and use this to hang some dangles on. So let me just cut it in some random links here. Cheeto, do you want out? So I have 4 little random links of chain. And let's grab some beads. So I have one of these yellow ones left. We'll use that guy. We'll use some of these. I have one of these green ones. Just want to kind of grab one of each. Grab a couple of those. Okay. So let's see what kind of dangles we can make with what we have here. Let me let them out. One sec. You want out? There you go. Cheeto realized his best friend Xander was awake and he wanted to be out there with him. Lucy's still in here with me. She's like, no, I'll just stay in here with Mom. I'm good. All right. So we know we want to hang him on here. So let's grab some more of those tiny jump rings. Gonna need a few of them. Probably wondering why I didn't wrap it right on there. I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea why I didn't do that. Okay, so you're probably waiting for me to give you some good reason. Nope, I have no good reason why I didn't do that. It was not in my thoughts, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and just hang this guy right on. Let's see, is that going to work like that? Probably should have hung that right on there. Because now, I wonder if it won't matter. Let's see. Let's find out. Maybe I can turn my loop a little bit. Sometimes you don't put all the thought into it that you should, and that's what I did here. It looks like no matter what, it's going to just kind of flop that way. So I think we made it. We're doing good. All right, so let's see what we can do here. We know we have some chain and we have some head pins. So let's see if we can do like this. With this one maybe. And we'll do a wrap loop right on the bottom of the chain. Grab one of these random pieces and let's wrap it right on. There we go. Nice little wrap. I go. All right. And then smush that down. Get rid of that little sharp edge there. Let's do another piece. Let's do this with this pretty green one and this one, like so. And we'll do the same thing. Oh, I almost did it, you guys. I almost did not wrap it onto a chain, and I would have been like, man. All right, so let's use this longer one. There we go. Nice little wrap. Let's get in there and trim that off. Why am I having issues? I need new pliers, not new pliers, new cutters, you guys. I've been saying it for like months and months and months. I really just need to bite the bullet and buy a new pair because they're getting really, really bad and it's annoying. All right, so then let's do this one. With this. And this one on top. We're going to leave one piece of chain just empty with nothing on it. And then we're gonna use, oh, I did it, you guys, look. Okay, you know what? We're gonna use a little jump ring because I didn't catch myself like I did the last couple times. No biggie, no biggie. Let's just put this on here. Actually, we could just leave one, we could leave two pieces empty. That's all right, let's just do this. Not even a big deal. Not gonna sweat the small stuff. All right, and then this one, let's do this cute little beige bead. Just do a simple loop on it. Just like so. And then we can hang our little charm, a little feather charm from here. There we go. All right, and now we just need to put all these on here. So let's do this one. Sometimes the finishing touches takes as long as putting all the beads on a strand. But I really like, you know, thinking about like finishing touches and the extra things that you can do. So we're going to hang it from the actual circle itself. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Then let's do the other one on the other side. And this way it can either fall behind it or it can flip out in front of it. Either way, it's gonna look really pretty. Okay, now all we have left is our feather charm. And that one I would like to just hang right in front. Maybe we'll hang it from there. Nope, I don't like that. Hook it onto that jump ring. There we go. All right, and let's see how that turned out. All right, so now we have like all these little dangles on here, and I think that's gonna look really, really cute. So fix that. Whoop, grabbing the dangles. Grabbing the dangles, okay. So this is what it'll look like with the dangles, and I like that because they can fall behind or they'll flip around to the front. I think that looks really cute. Let me go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then I'll turn this around and we will take a look at it put together. I'm sorry I'm not wearing the greatest outfit for this, but you'll still get the idea. Okay, you guys, here it is. This is when you wear it long. And I think I'm gonna have to, oh no, it is. I think I'm gonna have to put this on another jump ring just to make it so that it doesn't go sideways. I thought it would just kind of flop back the other way, but I thought wrong. No big deal, I can fix that in a hurry. And then I made it kind of, oop, there goes one of my earrings. I made it really long, and maybe I should have like thought about how long I was actually making it, but that's okay. I'm happy with it long because I plan on wearing it like a double strand like this. This is the way I intended to wear it. And yeah, I do apologize. This is the worst shirt. Hold on, let me grab something real quick. All right, so I have this vest. It's hanging up in my closet. Let me just put this on here. And so you just hook the toggle through. And let me straighten up the little strands here because they're acting a little weird. There we go. Okay, you hook the toggle through, and then you can just wear it just like that. And I didn't straighten up my little strands before I put it on. But anyway, there's the necklace. And it hangs like right below my chest. So I think it turned out really cute, and I like all the colors. And I like that I had a chance. See, now when you wear it this way, it hangs right. I'm glad I had found something that I wanted to make using one of these really adorable, cute polymer clay beads. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you soon. Have a really blessed day. Bye.